7:30 p.m., Wednesday, September 2nd, 2015, in an area called Uptown, which is north of downtown Dallas, Texas.
Gables Park 17 in the P1. All I heard was screaming and then a loud pop, and then I saw her laying on the floor, and it was like red, like blood coming out of her neck, and her bones on the floor.
Okay, where's the lady that was shot?
She's in the garage where you have to like have a garage opener to open the door.
Can you still see her or no?
No, I exited the building.
Is anyone with the female that was injured?
No. I don't know what happened.
Get the tape out of the trunk. Let's get to the north. They got cameras that come in and out of this place?
Yeah, they're checking on it right now.
Okay. I got a hold of the homicide detective. He's waiting on the official call. He was on our dead body. He knows about it.
Okay.
Because he's on.
You can call him back.
Yeah, he knows. We already told him.
Okay. I need you and your partner, if you will, for me. Run up here. So we want to cover that side to keep people from flowing through.
Okay, she's back over here?
Yeah. You want me to take her, or you need to stay with her?
Let me go film. I've got this thing filming, so let me go film the scene right quick.
Okay.
I received a part of Dallas called Uptown. It's a very affluent area. During my tenure in homicide, this is the only case that I've ever had in Uptown.
What's on the corner? May need to check
He's just sitting right here with her.
Watch where you step. Step back over there for me, okay?
She was found with the door to her vehicle was open, and it was pretty clear she had been shot in the head.
Next to her body was her cell phone and also a magazine from a handgun. The magazine laying next to the body is not something that we typically see. There was no purse inside the vehicle.
Initial thoughts were a robbery gone wrong. Kendra's purse was stolen, adding to the robbery gone wrong theory. However, when the prosecutor arrived at the scene, he questioned why someone would try to commit a robbery behind a secured gate of the parking garage. He thought it looked more like an execution. The police ran the victim's license plate. It came back registered to Dr. Kendra Hatcher. She was a pediatric dentist, 35 years old. There were several surveillance cameras throughout the garage. One of those cameras captured all vehicles entering and exiting the garage. Kendra's car was seen entering. Then an unknown person can be seen getting out of a car and walking toward Kendra's vehicle. A short time later, the figure can be seen running back and got into the passenger side of the vehicle. The police were able to identify the vehicle as a black Jeep Cherokee. Earlier that night, the driver waited for a resident to access the garage and then followed the car inside. It was an older model Jeep and it had paint flaking off. It is not a typical vehicle you would see in Uptown because it is an affluent area. The police were not able to read the license plate, but they took a still and can see that the driver was a female with brown hair. Police wanted to find the owner of that Jeep, and they felt that the public could help. So they released a still photo on the evening news, asking anyone who recognizes the Jeep to contact them. At that point, police still do not know what the murder was about. Kendra Hatcher had been living at the Gables Park 17 apartment complex for several months. She lived there with her boyfriend, Dr. Ricardo, Ricky, Paniagua, a dermatologist. Detectives made their way inside the apartment complex and spoke with Ricky. Ricky and Kendra had been dating for a few months and were already making plans to get married. Ricky did not know why someone would want to kill Kendra. Then the police got their first break. The owner of the Jeep contacted them. Jose Ortiz said he believed that it was his Jeep on the news. Jose is a mechanic. He said, on September 2nd, the day of the murder, his childhood friend, Brenda Delgado, and one of her friends named Crystal came to his shop and needed a replacement vehicle while he did some work for them on Brenda's car. So, he loaned his Jeep to Brenda. Jose provided a cell phone number for Brenda. Police called her and arranged for her to come to the station. She was 33 years old and worked as a dental assistant. Suddenly, the detectives received a call from Ricky, Kendra's boyfriend. He was in a panic. He said that he saw the still photo on the news, and the female driving the vehicle had a strong resemblance to his ex-girlfriend, Brenda Delgado. Ricky was in a long, drawn-out relationship with Brenda. They broke up several times. It was on and off, but they broke up for good a few months ago. He considered her to be just a friend. On Friday, September 4th, detectives questioned Brenda. She denied being involved in Kendra's murder. At the time of the murder, Brenda was at a restaurant. She immediately pulls out the receipt, and it's at the top of her wallet. It's neatly folded, ready to be produced. It was all too convenient, and it caught the detective's eye immediately. That something's not right. Cortes, Brenda Delgado's friend, was brought in for questioning. She was in another interview room. Cortes kept lying and changing her story depending what evidence she was confronted with, including she was threatened at gunpoint to drive. But it was clear that she was the getaway driver. Ultimately, she led the police to the trigger man, Kristopher Love. Brenda continued to deny involvement and asked for a lawyer.
We were unable to charge her with murder at the time. We didn't have enough solid evidence, but Brenda had a couple of unpaid traffic tickets that had turned into warrants, and we decided to arrest her for her unpaid traffic tickets. We decided that she needed to go to jail, and that was all we could do at the time.
Brenda was released the next day because the jail was overcrowded.
She immediately left the United States and headed to Mexico.
It was one of those things that where like it just kind of sucks the air out of you for a second. Once you step foot outside of the state of Texas, my badge is no good anymore. We basically took Crystal's phone records, Brenda's phone records, and we were able to come up with a number that was similar to both records that they'd spoken with numerous times, and we found that number was contacted on the day of the murder.
They identify who the phone number belongs to, find out his name is Kristopher Love.
When Kristopher Love was arrested, he was driving a Chrysler Sebring.
He also was in possession of this cell phone that had been in contact with Brenda and Crystal also on the day of the murder. The interview with Kristopher was very challenging.
He denied everything, even knowing Brenda and Crystal.
One of my coworkers went out to the auto pound where Kristopher Love's car was at, and the K9 began doing a sniff search on the blue Chrysler. The K9 alerted to gunpowder immediately, and they found a Smith & Wesson .40 caliber handgun tucked behind the center console and on the passenger side of the vehicle. The magazine laying next to the body belonged to a .40 caliber Smith & Wesson handgun. We did ballistic testing, and we knew it was the firearm for the murder.
Who's that? How did you get linked up with Brenda?
Crystal.
So give me a rundown of this day, man.
I got up, went over there, served a little weed.
Crystal.
She came over there about 5, and we rode over there.
Where'd y'all go?
Downtown.
How did you know what time to be there?
I didn't. They knew all the information. All my information was to snatch an ID. I need the ID. That's all it was, the ID.
Who else was in the car with y'all?
There wasn't nobody but us.
Her son went in there?
No. Yeah, no.
And it was just you and Crystal in there?
Yeah.
What kind of conversation did you have with Brenda about this? Or what did she tell you?
She claimed they was the cartel. It was just like, go take this for the cartel and I'm gonna pay you.
And she told you she was from the cartel?
Yeah.
And Kristopher is told that Brenda Delgado is with the cartel, and if he agrees to do this, she'll make sure that he has enough cocaine to sell for as long as he wants to sell cocaine. So in his mind, this is his way to go from being a small-time drug dealer to a big-time drug dealer. So he agrees to do it.
When y'all going to get Brenda?
We're gonna work on getting Brenda, man.
Cause she the f***ing puzzle y'all, the top of the puzzle y'all need.
Well, I mean, we're gonna go get her. You can promise that. You can be promised.
They been doing it, planning it or whatever they was doing. Whatever happened a couple months ago, 3-4 months ago. They've been watching this lady for 3-4 months. Fake ass motherfucker, cartel leader, some fake ass. Fuck, they need to go to jail with me. know I'm going to jail. They might as well go too.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go knock this paperwork out.
Brenda Delgado did not pull the trigger, but police say she planned and paid for others to carry out the heinous crime. Now she's become the 9th woman in history to make the FBI's 10 most wanted list since it began in 1950.
Did you kill that? Did you kill the dentist?
We tried Brenda's case 8 months later. Jury was only out 20 minutes before they came back with a guilty verdict. For capital murder, she received a life without parole.
Once police got Brenda's and Crystal's names from the owner of the Jeep, it was all over.